ミッションがいっぱいあるな。何を選んでいけばいいんだ。オールで見てたのか。これはミッション、メインオプス、エクストラオプス、コープ、カットシーンって何これ。リージョン。何を見ていけばいいんだ。まずメインオプスくらいから見た方がいいのか。ミッションインフォ、メッセージを見る。これは何と書いてある。Investigate the supply facility。あれこれ最初やんなかった。あ、もうやったからチェックマークついてるのか。オープニングだからね。Infiltrate the supply facility. The culture. And obtain intel at the base of the armed group occupying Costa Rica。これもやったやつだもんね。チェックマークついてるもんね。この横にあるマークは一体何なのこれ。このなんか、二人マークとってなんか、メッセージって何ですかね。ミッションインフォ。もうクリアしてるもんね。9分29秒。これはじゃあいいか。そしたら次こっち行けばいいのか。メッセージだからオンラインの他のプレイヤーから来たメッセージとかなのか。Delve into the swampy jungle at eastern Limon and make your way to the Sandinisca hideout where you make contact with their comrades. Commandant. なんかでもちょっと待ってよ。こっちの方がね、エクストラって何なのよ、これ。Snake has knocked out a radio soldier. Use food on the cavalry to drop the radio soldier, killing the radio soldier without an instant mission failure. 3分。人を回収しろってやつか、これ。コープ。まあ、これはいいとして。カットシーンってこれ、まだ見てないやつなのかな。リプレイだから、これってもう見たよね。だってね。ちょっと一回再生してみる。あ、いや、これだってカットシーン見るだけだもんね。見たよね、これもうね。うん、これも見たやつだね。一回見たやつはもう一回ここでリプレイすることができますよっていう感じか。これはいいや、もう見たから。よし。いいです、いいです。見ました、これは。それを確認したかっただけだ。とりあえず、そしたら、ラット。まあ、エクストラオプス行くのか、こっちのメインオプスの続きをやるのか。まず先にこっちやった方がいいよね。 ってみますか。これを選択して。
Snake, I rigged that radio so you can contact our young lady friend Paz.
Is she okay?
No need to worry. She's tougher than you think.
Still just a kid.
Which is exactly why she could be an effective source of information. Besides, that little Angel de la Paz is the one who gave us this mission, right?
I guess.
I'll put her on.
Snake.
Paz, where are you?
Ciudad Colon. A school. The teacher told me to stay here until things quiet down.
Teacher? Oh, him. He's... Yeah, that's probably good advice.
See, he has a radio in his room, so we can talk anytime.
Pretty fancy for a teacher.
Promise me, Snake, that you'll bring back peace, and...
I know. I'll contact you if I find your friend.
Thank you. Snake, if you need to know about Costa Rica, the geography, the climate, the wildlife, anything, just ask me. I know about its history and laws too. We learned it all in school.
Got it. I have a question. I'll ask. What?
In school, I also learned that peace is an unnatural state for human society, and that war is a constant threat to our relationships with others.
That's right.
So, to achieve peace, we have to create it ourselves. Crying about it won't bring it about or make it last. Each one of us must go and seek it out.
You won't find it without making sacrifices. No offense, but I don't know what peace is. Never felt what it's like. Never even been interested in it.
Snake?
Oh, sorry. Listen, Paz, I think your ideas are admirable, and I hope they turn out to be right.
Yeah, me too.
Peace is in your name. Who better to help bring it back?
Thanks, Snake. I will be here whenever you need me. See you later.
Snake, use your radio to call people, but stay alert. You're in the middle of a mission and can't afford to let your guard down.
Got it.
Need to know more about Costa Rica? Haas can help you out.
Good to know.
We'll follow their transport route. This should take us straight to their main base.
From what I've seen, it looks like nukes.
Agreed. The key thing now is to confirm whether those spears really are what we think they are, and if so, why they're here.
Follow the transport route. Find the nukes.
That's what I'm thinking. First, we should make contact with the Sandinista Comandante. They can tell us more about what's up ahead. But it looks like their hideout's already come under attack.
We better hope they're still alive.
Snake, infiltrate that cabin and secure the Sandinista's Comandante. Neutralize any guards by knocking them out, putting them to sleep, or even using the Fulton recovery system. You choose how to handle it, boss.
싱글. ちょっと待ってね。あ、で。昨日ウェイトしすぎて肩をちょっとこう上に上げるだけでも痛い。筋肉痛が半端じゃない。おー、いやーほんとメタルギアの英語いいな。気持ちいいわ。なんか聞いてて頭にスーッと入ってくるから。まあそれはそうだよな。プロの声優さんが発音してる英語っていうのは本当になんかこう綺麗というかアクセントがしっかりしてるし、やっぱ聞き取りやすい。まあ実際のね、やっぱ普通の人が話す英語とはやっぱ違うもんね。これはプロだからね、声優っていうくらいだから発音のプロだからな。そういう人たちの英語ばっかり慣れてたらね、トイックとかのスピーキングのリスニングのさスピーカーとかと一緒だけども、そういう英語ばっかり慣れちゃうと実際のやっぱネイティブの普通の人が話すような英語っていうのはやっぱりもっと違うから、語尾が消えたりね、あとなんかこうやっぱ訛りがあったりとか、発音もこんなにクリアじゃないし、あともっと英語表現も砕けた、なんかこう like いっぱい入れたりとか you know 入れたりとか、そういう英語っていうのもねしっかり聞き取れるようにならないと実生活ではあまり役に立たないっていうね。まあでもまあこういうのにまずはしっかり、正直もうメタルギアやってて今のところ分かんない単語一つもないよね。5最初やった時は結構大変だったけど、まあ今はもう慣れたな。そしたら行ってみますか。ミッションプレイ。 ブリーフィングファイルってファイルはさっきも聞いたやつだもんね、これね。これさっきもうカズたちが話したやつだよね。何これさっき聞いたやつじゃないの？何これさっき聞いたやつだよね。
Kaz, what kind of shape is that plant the professor gave us in?
First time I laid eyes on it, I thought it was some kind of joke. It was a giant birdhouse, seagulls everywhere. We eventually scraped off most of the rust and bird crap. The underlying structure's intact. Little elbow grease? Man, we should be in business.
Who used to own it anyway? Whatever shape it's in now, somebody sank some serious money into building it.
From what I can tell, an American university built it as a research platform for ocean thermal energy conversion. The name's still on some of the rusty old power turbines. I'm guessing they must have had government and corporate assistance to build it too. But they couldn't solve the thermal efficiency problem, and the project was cancelled. Then after the university abandoned it, a KGB front company scooped it up for next to nothing. At least that's my theory.
How'd the KGB manage to buy a plant built with American capital, front company or not?
Yeah, that professor is quite the operator. One other thing. The plant's set up so that it can join up with other plants of the same standard.
So, they were originally planning on expanding the place, huh?
Hey, let's give it a shot. We can get some more people together and build this place up into a proper home for MSF. You're with me on this, right, boss?
すごいなんかミッションブリーフィングこんなにいっぱいあるんだ。ラジオがいっぱいあるね。とりあえず順番に聞いていくか。フーチャンでカーボーイ。結構メタルギア、そう考えたら英語をいっぱい、触れられるというか。
Snake, you can use the Fulton surface-to-air recovery system to send prisoners and unconscious mercenaries you encounter back to Mother Base. I know you've used the Fulton before, but just to make sure I'm not missing anything, let's review the steps.
Okay.
First, attach a balloon to the unconscious enemy or captured prisoner.
Right. I hook a wire to their waist, and on the other end of the wire, there's a helium balloon.
Right. Then we'll send over a chopper to catch the floating balloon with its recovery hook and reel it up into its cargo hold.
And that's it?
And that's it. We finished installing the recovery hook on the Huey.
Wait, Kaz. Something doesn't make sense about this whole process.
This again.
Well, normally, Fulton recovery is for when you're using fixed-wing aircraft. With a helicopter, isn't it simpler to land and pick up directly?
Listen, Snake. You're going to be calling for recoveries repeatedly throughout your mission. We want to keep the risk of taking enemy fire to a minimum. The best way to get that done is to do the recovery in a high-speed flyby. That's what the Fulton surface-to-air recovery system is for.
Uh-huh. What's the real reason?
Helicopters are cheaper, and the repair bills will start adding up once the bullets start flying.
I thought so. Kaz, I know we need to keep costs down, but...
Boss, you really need to get rid of this whole army mentality. We're not the Pentagon. We don't have billions of taxpayer dollars to play with. And besides...
Fine. Just pick a reason that makes sense.
Helicopters have quicker response time. Sounds strange, yeah, but it works great. I promise. You'll get used to it before long.
Yeah, I hope so.
おい、これトイックの勉強になるな。Galvez.
Still can't believe Professor Galvez was KGB.
Well, like the professor said, Moscow's hell-bent on communizing Latin America.
Yeah, the Cuban intel services are all in the KGB's pocket. You don't think he's got some kind of ulterior motive?
If the CIA is up to something, it's only natural that the KGB wants to know about it. But I doubt they're showing us their full hand.
We'd better watch our backs.
すごいな、ラジオいっぱいあるね、これね。
What do you think, Kaz? Why did Paz come all the way to Colombia herself?
It's a long trip to make just to be Exhibit A in Galvez's sales pitch. She's only 16. Still a kid. Maybe we should take her wish for peace at face value. Don't forget to give the MSF staff assignments. Where you place people will determine how Mother Base grows.
Right.
That goes for me too. Assign me wherever you think is best.
You? I thought you were second in command.
Don't worry, I've got that covered. But MSF is still small, and I don't have the leisure of sitting around on my butt all day.
I see your point, but...
Not to brag or anything, but I kick ass at whatever job you gave me. Put me in the area you want to focus on developing most. I'll take real good care of the staff there.
Easy, Kaz.
You probably heard this a million times, Snake, but you should always avoid combat with the enemy when possible.
Right.
We're outnumbered and in unfamiliar territory. We won't survive long in a straight fight, even with you on our side.
I know. Avoiding combat is rule number 1 in a sneaking mission.
That's right. Don't let the enemy know where you are, and attack only when necessary, using hit-and-run tactics to cripple them. It's the essence of guerrilla warfare. Going by this map, you've got a lot of different terrain types between you and the hut where the Sandinista Comandante is being held.
Looks that way, doesn't it? Starting with jungle.
The enemy won't be able to see you very well, but your visibility won't be so hot either. Stay alert. Next, you've got the swamps along the river. Make sure you get a good feel for how robust surveillance is before diving in.
Will do.
Finally, there's the boat repair cabin. The Commandante's in there. It's a key enemy outpost, and security is going to be tight. You may have to let brute force do the talking. You still have a long way to go, Snake. Use caution and don't make a racket out there. Got it?
パズのやつもあんのか。おすごいな。ミッション始めるまでにすごいこれ長いぞ。ちょっと待って、ちょっと待ってね。いや、すごいな、ピースウォーカー。正直これもともと PSP のソフトだから、そんなボリュームとかも多分ないだろうし、10時間くらいで終わるかなって思ってたけど、意外とこれ、ちゃんとこういうラジオとかも聞いてったら相当ボリュームあるんじゃないかっていう気がしてきた。まあ、英語の勉強だと思えば、まあ、俺としては嬉しいんだけど、ただ時間がね、もうあんまりないから、まずは、まあ、こういうのは絶対聞いていこう。
So, are you a student at the University for Peace, Paz?
No, I am still in high school. But Professor Galvez lets me visit his office and study with him every now and then. International law, security, conflict resolution, human rights. We study all these subjects and then use them to build the foundations of peace.
Yeah, I get it. I just never heard the UN had a University for Peace before.
Oh, that. Well, to be precise, it is still being set up. They have started conducting research, but the UN has not passed the necessary resolution yet. Professor Galvez couldn't wait that long.
Oh, right.
Costa Rica abolished its army, and has also hosted the Central American Court of Justice. It is the perfect place to build a university like ours. Don't you think?
Paz, you said Costa Rica has no army, right?
Correct. Article 12 of the Constitution declared that the army as a permanent institution is abolished. It does permit us to organize armed forces for national defense based on inter-American treaties.
Only temporarily, then.
In effect, yes. But in the years since the Constitution took effect, Costa Rica has not once raised an army.
Paz, how does your country defend itself without an army? Especially in a rough neighborhood like Central America.
With the right kind of diplomacy. If we live up to our ideals and earn the respect of other countries, the international community will support us. The 2 times Nicaragua actually did invade, the conflict was resolved diplomatically under OAS auspices.
Doesn't that leave you depending on the U.S. after all?
American influence is unmatched, it is true. San Jose was critical of American policy at the time, but America supported us all the same. It was because we practiced peaceful diplomacy. That is what I like to think.
That's one way to approach it, sure. But there are countries out there who will use force no matter how bad it looks.
Maybe so. I know my way of thinking probably looks naive to you, but it is not like we expect peace without working for it. Diplomacy is a battle in itself, and we have to make the effort to seek out causes of misfortune and nip them in the bud. It was that kind of thinking that got me trapped in their base.
I'm not blaming you. You haven't done anything wrong.
The army was abolished 25 years ago, the year after the Civil War. I learned about the sorrow of civil war from a very young age, the futility of countrymen fighting each other, and the tragedy. Costa Rica learned the hard way. That is why it abolished its army. It decided to pour its efforts into education instead. More teachers than soldiers was the slogan.
Education is essential, no question. Even Che used to teach reading and writing in between guerrilla campaigns.
Costa Rica was poor at the time. We did not have many resources. I suppose we had to pick one or the other. The military or the schools.
Kaz was telling me Japan has a peace constitution too.
That is right. Apparently, when Costa Rica was drafting its constitution, they looked to the Japanese as a model. Only, Japan's constitution renounces war itself.
Unlike Costa Rica.
But Japan has a self-defense force, right? That I do not get. I think I will ask Mr. Miller about it next time I see him. He said he used to be in the JSDF.
Huh. You're a curious one, are you? Don't study too hard.
ミラーは元自衛隊出身なんだよね、確か。
What was that you were saying? Peace is not the natural state of men. You said you learned it in school.
That is right. They are the words of the German philosopher Immanuel Kant. In 1795, he wrote a book titled Perpetual Peace. Kant argued that it is precisely because peace is unnatural that we have to make it ourselves.
How?
That is what his book is about. Is the concept starting to sound interesting now?
Not really. I belong in a more natural world.
Is that so? My grandparents died in the Civil War. If only we had been at peace, they would not have lost their lives. You actually wish for war?
It's not like I want to hurt innocent civilians, but if someone attacks you, what are you supposed to do? A country needs the strength to defend itself. Otherwise it faces invasion, oppression, political subjugation.
If they would simply stop using force to tangle with each other, countries would not need force to defend themselves.
And how would you guarantee that?
Sorry,
but you have to understand how the world works in order to protect the ones you love. That's not to say ideals aren't important too. They are.
You are right, Snake. Thanks. Peace.
まあな、スネークが正しい、これは。今はもう本当にそういう状態になってきてるからな。いくら日本の憲法9条で平和ばっかり唱えててもね、北朝鮮みたいに、この前北朝鮮のね、ミサイルがちょうど俺が住んでる北海道の上空を飛んだんだよ。びっくりした、朝から。朝いきなり J アラートなって、6時くらいだったかな ?J アラートなって、と思って起きたら、ミサイル通過ってなって、と思って、ちょっと焦ったよね。ちょうど北海道の上空を北朝鮮のミサイルが3発上空通過して、近くの海に落ちたってとか、もしこれほんと北海道に間違って落ちたりなんてしたらもう大変なことになってたよね。まあいいや。そういう現実的な話もちょっと待って、お茶を一杯。まあね、平和だけ唱えてれば世界の軍隊がすべて、なんていうかまあ、軍事とかそういうのを捨てて、世界が平和になるかって言ったらね、絶対そういう風にはならないから、やっぱりディフェンス能力っていうのもある程度は、しっかり持ってないと、それは抑止力になるからね。今もし日本が軍隊なんて捨てたらもう全部北朝鮮の言いなりになるっていうことになるもんな。まあ今も現にそうなりつつあるけど、どうすんだろうね、ほんとね。このまんま。まあいいや。ということで、Tropical Forests。ね。
Costa Rica's forests are more diverse than you might expect. Not all of them are tropical rainforests. Costa Rica is close to the equator, it is true, but it is also very mountainous.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Go up 4,000 feet in elevation and the temperature drops more than 7 degrees.
There are basically 3 types of forests. The lowlands are covered in tropical rainforests, the highlands by tropical cloud forests, and areas where there's a dry season have tropical dry forests.
なんか、もうミッション進める前にだんだん俺の集中力が結構長いぞ、これ。全部聞いてたら。
The lowlands along the Caribbean coast are mostly covered by hot, humid tropical rainforests, what most people envision when they think of jungle. The closely packed trees spread their branches out at great heights to soak up the sun. Their shade makes it dark near the ground, so be careful. Of course, with so little light, few plants can grow on the ground, so it might actually be easier to walk.
So even if you could photosynthesize, it wouldn't do you any good.
Photosynthesize? People cannot do that.
Most people, anyway.
Development Corporation.
The Development Corporation of Costa Rica, or CODESA, was established 2 years ago. Since President Odubor was elected this year, the state has been putting a lot more effort into development.
The corporate state, so to speak.
Growth is good and all, but there is one thing that bugs me.
What's that?
I cannot help but wonder whether CODESA is not just a front for the CIA.
You mean what the professor was saying about the CIA mercenaries posing as security guards? They were using CODESA as camouflage?
I am worried that development is going to destroy the forests, but I do not suppose it has anything to do with this. This is a tropical rainforest, just like Bosque del Alba. The temperature and humidity can be brutal. El Senegal means place of mud.
No, mud. Great. I'll watch my step.
This area often gets flooded by the river. There are canals here and there carved out by water.
Good places to hide.
But they will also make it harder for you to see. Be careful, Snake.
ラビーンってどういう意味だっけ？ラビーンって谷とか峡谷とかって意味だった確か。
There should be a suspension bridge around there.
In lowlands like this?
The ground nearby is harder and higher than usual. The river cut through it, eventually creating a valley. There might be another way to get across the river somewhere.
I wouldn't want to run into someone on the bridge.
The valley tends to be misty, so you might not be able to see the water from up there. Fall and it will leave more than a bump.
I'll be careful.
When a river floods an area, the banks can collapse, creating a marsh. You see a lot of them around here.
I'll need to watch the noise my feet make in El Senegal.
There is a marsh on the other side of the river too. The suspension bridge will take you there. The river running through here is Rio del Jade, or the Jade River.
Jade? Are there minerals around here?
No, it refers to the color of the water. You will have to go to Guatemala for jade.
Doesn't look all that pretty from where I'm standing.
We are still in the rainy season, so the river is a little muddy. It will return to normal once the dry season starts. Rivers are an important means of transport around here. They are relatively calm, and there are plenty of canals along the coast too.
A boat would be more than enough to transport some good-sized cargo.
Like a nuclear weapon.
We don't know enough yet. I'll keep looking.
Thank you, Snake.
おそしたらと行ってみますか。データファイルって何これ？パズのテープん
？Number of warheads detected by the DEW line.
57.
Number of MIRVs included.
Minimum 29, maximum 35.
Target region.
United States, East Coast.
Estimated time of re-entry.
2048 Zulu.
President selected attack option.
Unknown.
The president is dead.
Unknown. Communication has been lost.
I select Offutt Air Force Base as my target.
Offutt? But that's a U.S. base. What on earth do you mean?
Based on the projected number of incoming warheads, Washington, D.C. is presumed destroyed. The president is most likely dead. The U.S. government's control lost.
I realize that. So why not retaliate?
With both sides destroyed, global anarchy would ensue. Recovery would be difficult. The United States' nuclear strike capability must therefore be neutralized in order to preserve the communist bloc, where government remains largely intact.
You're siding with the enemy. You can't be serious.
Tell me, how do you define enemy? There are no borders in this world.
The same conclusion again and again. Where is the flaw? All right, let's try something else. Commencing test.
Understood.
You're crossing a suspension bridge.
Is this my mission?
Yes, your destination is the other side. The bridge is wide enough for only one person to pass at a time. A man is approaching from the opposite side. He's carrying a gun.
I shoot him.
Suppose he's your husband.
I shoot him.
In self-defense?
To spare him the grief. One must die, and one must live.
Next question. Your father asks you to fix the roof and mow the lawn. When you climb the ladder onto the roof, the ladder is taken away.
I fix the roof.
And when you're finished?
I jump down.
You'll break more than bones at this height.
I see no need to change my decision. I have not finished mowing the lawn. I must remain loyal to the mission.
Next. There is a snake in the bushes. It is poisonous. I need you to get rid of it.
I chase it back to its nest.
You can't. The snake's too vicious. It's already killed many people.
I chase it away.
It will bite you unless you kill it.
Go home. Kill me. Kill me now.
Why not kill the snake? Your mission is to get rid of it. Is this what you call loyalty? What are you loyal to? Country? Ideology? Feelings?
I am loyal to myself.
Who's there?
Who's that? Intruder!
なんだこのテープは。ボスの声が聞こえてきたけど、すごい。てかこれさ、絶対メタルギア3とかやってない人はわかんないでしょ。こういうテープ聞かされても何が起こってんのか。まあ、声からしてボスなんだけど、まあボスはもう3で死んでるはずだから、なんかこれ、確か5でちょっと出てきたけど、なんかストレンジラブだっけか。なんかボスの遺体から作られた、なんかマシーンみたいな、ボスの遺体が収容されてるなんかマシーンみたいな、喋ってんじゃなかったっけ。いやーなんかもうミッション始めるまで始めるまでにもう1時間くらい経ってしまった気がする。すごいな、メタルギアピースオーカー。どうすればいいんだ。とりあえずブリーフィングすればいいのか。ちょっと待って、一回。